If you're in the state of California, you might have heard of something called the daylighting law, which was passed at the start of this year in 2025. But what is this law and how has it been affecting residents in the first half of this year? I've got everything you need to know here on the channel as always, guys. So, California Assembly Bill 413, also known as the daylighting law, went into effect on January 1st of this year. Though its name sounds relaxing and casual, it represents a seriously major shift in how drivers can park their vehicles near intersections across the state of California. The simplest way to put it is that basically the daylighting law makes it illegal to stop, stand, or park a vehicle within 20 feet of any crosswalk, whether it is marked or unmarked. In areas with curb extensions, also known as bulb outs, the distance shortens to 15 feet. For example, here in the UK, we have something that's it's a recommendation rather than a hard and fast law. Basically, you should avoid parking on any intersection within 10 meters of where it actually is, if it can be avoided. Obviously, the roads here in the UK are terrible, so most people do it anyway, but it's not a hard and fast law. However, in California, it is. And it all bubbles down to more pedestrian visibility and fewer accidents as a result. For example, when cars are parked too close to intersections, they block lines of sight for both drivers and pedestrians. And this obviously matters a lot, not least for cars going across the intersection, but also for pedestrians trying to cross it as well. If you can't see what's around the corner, how can you avoid it? And that's for someone who's an adult and able-bodied. What about someone who's disabled? And also, more importantly, in a lot of situations like this, school children as well. This could really help reduce the number of accidents on the road involving school children crossing the road. And a lot of people complain about the rules that are coming in California and the laws, but this is actually one that they're relatively behind the curve with. Now, California likes to be ahead of the curve when it comes to regulations like this, but in this case, for this particular regulation, they are very much behind it. In fact, at this point, 41 of the 50 states in the US have this law or something similar already mandated. California is well behind the vast majority of the country, and a lot of people said that this was very much overdue, but now it's finally in place. And indeed, cities are adapting fast to this new law. For example, in San Francisco, the local transport agency there has said that they will enforce this law across all intersections by the end of 2026. But what impact has it had already? Well, essentially, residents in the state of California were given a 2-month grace period, where if they were in breach of this regulation, they would be given a warning and not an initial fine. Basically, don't do this again. If you do it from the 1st of March, you'll be in trouble. And from March 1st, drivers were given fines of $65 per citation for breaches of this regulation, plus $12.50 in administration charges, bringing the total charge to $77.50. And the regulation is working as intended from a safety point of view as well. Pedestrians across the state are reporting much fewer accidents, and near misses being a lot less frequent as well. So all in all, it is working as intended. Better visibility for both drivers and also pedestrians as well. This can only be a good thing. However, it's all about enforcing these laws to ensure that people actually follow them. For example, I saw a comment from Gregory on MSN saying that he was a resident in Denver, Colorado, and said that, yeah, in the neighborhoods, in the residential areas, that is very much enforced in that state, as they have a rule there too for that. But in the trendier shopping districts, the busier parts of the city, basically it's Lord of the Flies. Anybody does what they want, and it's not really enforced. So it's all about enforcing these laws to make sure they are followed. And we'll see how this very much does evolve in the state of California. But yeah, guys, if you're a resident in Cali, if you're a resident in a US state where this is actually a thing or something similar to it, which is the vast majority, and I think only 9 of them don't have it at this point, 41 do. Let us know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always to see much more content on the world of cars and motoring just like this. And have a fantastic day, guys. See you very soon.